California taking steps to punish parents who don't accept when their child changes gender. The state legislature passing a bill requiring judges to consider, quote, the health, safety, and welfare of the child, which includes a parent's affirmation of the child's gender identity or gender expression when ruling in child custody cases. Here to react, parents from the group Protect Kids California. Dad of three, Jonathan Zackerson, and mom of three, Nicole Pearson. Thank you both for being here. So, in a practical sense, Nicole, this means if there is if there's a child custody case and one of the parents has a more conservative view and says, no, you're a boy, and the other one says, no, I'll accept whatever you want to be, that one parent is at a disadvantage, correct?
It is, and it also covers the instance where both parents actually do not want to affirm. Both are conservative. People aren't talking about this, and this is this steady assault on family and children that we've been seeing this legislative session and throughout the past couple of years in California. If both parents are conservative and they are not comfortable affirming their child, what does that mean? The way that we read the law is that both will be jeopardizing the child's health, safety, and welfare. That's the term of art that's used in the bill. Does that mean that the state will find that both are endangering or neglecting or even abusing their child and remove custody from both parents? And if no one is available to step up and take custody of the child, that child becomes a ward of the state. People need to be paying attention to what's happening here in California.
Wow, I hadn't thought of that possibility.
Exactly.
Jonathan, kind of your take on what this means. I mean, this seems like a very big formal next step by the state to say what's acceptable in parenting.
Well, yeah, it is a big next step, and that's why this is so controversial and why there's a lot of attention given to it. It's unfortunate that we're in this situation, but divorce and these situations are already really complicated situations. And when you introduce this, it's going to make it even more complicated to where we really don't know what this means in the end. A parent ultimately will have to affirm whatever their child says and wants in this regard, or else risk losing custody. And that's a horrible decision for a parent to be in, especially in the middle of a custody dispute.
I can't imagine. I really can't imagine. So a marriage has dissolved and there's a dispute over parenting time anyway. And now it comes down to what's your belief on whether or not Johnny is actually Jane, and then you may not get any time or custody at all. Here's what the California State Assembly member, Lori Wilson, she introduced the bill. The bill's called the TGI, which stands for Transgender, Gender Diverse, and Intersex Youth Empowerment. Here's a portion. Here's how she described the bill.
I would like to note that parents affirm their children. They have since the dawn of time. Although it's called the TGI bill, they're not mentioned anywhere in the law. What's mentioned in the law is the child's gender identity and expression and the parent's affirmation of that, whatever it is, because that is our duty as parents, to affirm our children.
So is that your duty as a parent, Nicole, to affirm your children no matter what?
I mean, I think we should absolutely, they 14, 12 want to start driving and they are confident in their ability to drive. We should be affirming that. They want to drink a little bit. What's the number anyways? 21, 18, 17, 10. Let's just affirm them all the way. Assemblywoman Lori Wilson, Scott Wiener, who doesn't have any children, Wendy Carrillo, all of these assembly people, they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even have children. Assemblywoman Lori Wilson, helped her child transition, apparently has a success story with that. They do not get to legislate their unique personal experiences to the rest of the masses. There are over 9 million children in the state of California. What AB 957 says is that every single one of them who's going through a divorce, whose parents are fighting over them, whose entire world is crumbling, their entire identity, not their gender identity, their entire identity is crumbling, that we as parents have to affirm that confusion. Gender identity, especially in this, or gender confusion, especially in this context, is a cry for help. It's a manifestation of stress, anxiety, depression, a whole host, a slew of other psychological, mental, emotional distress that these children are suffering. And for them to tell them, affirm or lose your child it's unconstitutional, it's illegal, and it's actually dangerous because it will force parents to look away and not consider other therapies that child might need. It's dangerous and it's unconstitutional, and we will set it aside.
Well said. Jonathan, we're almost out of time. I know you guys are focused on California, and rightfully so, but do you feel like this is the kind of thing that could be exported elsewhere?
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, especially since California's become a trans trafficking state or sanctuary state. And so what happens in California will not stay in California. So there's efforts that we're trying to do to help mitigate some of these efforts through some initiatives. And you can, in particular, the Protect Children from Reproductive Harm Act. And you can learn more about that at protectkidsca.com.
protectkidsca.com. Nicole and Jonathan, thank you for your time, for what you're standing up for.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great to see you.